Welcome everybody to another episode of Command Combat Battle Reports. Today we have, what is this? Well, it's Shogun 2 Total War, Nakaoka versus Choshu. So, the Choshu have some ninjas here in the woods. The Nakaoka are already moving forward. They have a whole bunch of infantry having to cross that river. It looks like there's a race for this hill here. Yes, the Choshu are moving up their, they have a bunch of their infantry, Shogutai here, Katanakachi, some Gatling guns, sharpshooters, White Bear infantry seems to be their main unit, and the United States Marines on the flank. They are moving up the general's bodyguard, rushing up that hill as quick as possible. Meanwhile, oh, it looks like the ninjas. They have seen the ninjas. The Nakaoka Carbine Cavalry have seen the ninjas, and they are the cavalry is moving in, and the Kyoto Police, Tanakachi, Shogun Cavalry Guard, they're all, oh, it looks like they're all moving on those ninjas. The one thing about these ninjas, though, yeah, they are going to be scared away. Look at this. I mean, even though they're ninjas, oh, pretty cool looking ninjas here. They're wearing green. But, and they're going to throw some explosives. Nice. Now, they are going to get overrun, but what they have done is they have caused the enemy to slow down. Nice camouflaging there, by the way. There they go. So the rest of them are going to do that, but while they're taking care of them, look at this. The Choshu have already set up their Carbine Cavalry up here. Imperial Royal Guard. Anyway, the cavalry have gotten set up on the on this ridge along the hill, and the rest of their infantry is making good progress. Looks like they're going to make it into these woods here, and the sharpshooters are going to make it up this hill. Well, actually, despite being slowed down by the ninjas, it looks like the Nakaoka have made it up this hill. And now it's looking to be that they're going to get to these woods before the Choshu gets set up. Yeah, they're just going to rush in there to keep them from possessing the woods and having the hill advantage. Oh, and they're hitting the United States Marines there. They're surrounding them. They completely envelop them. And they're coming in with some more cavalry. They are just getting really aggressive, getting right in their face. They are not going to let the Choshu get set up on that hill and in those woods. And they're trying to move back, and oh man, the cavalry's going to hit them as they're moving back. A lot of that are not hand-to-hand units. They're supposed to be, they're supposed to be firing kind of units, musket kind of units. They're not as good at hand-to-hand. And there it's backed up by some more rifled musket units, and so they have taken away the Choshu's total advantage. However, the Choshu do still have these this cavalry here that's holding the position while the sharpshooters get into place. Meanwhile, the Nakaoka are coming up and trying to press forward with their cavalry, but man, they're already being frightened away by some really good sharpshooters here. And they have been frightened away, so the Choshu now have the top of the hill. They are king of the hill, if one wanted to call this. And look over here. Is this the U.S. Marines? Have actually held their ground. That's something to be said about the U.S. Marines. They actually held it against the cavalry that enveloped them, and now they're doing it against some Kyoto Police, sorry. Oh, no, now the Kyoto Police have managed to press them away. But that is closer to the bottom of the hill. Choshu might have gotten done what they intended to do. It's interesting what the Nakaoka are doing at this moment. They have put forward their infantry, their firing infantry here, to trade shots, while meanwhile they're backing it up with the Katanakachi. The Katanakachi are sort of staying in the back there, Yarikachi, essentially waiting for the firing to be done to loosen up the opponent, or to damage the opponent before running in there. Maybe to finish them off. So they're going to trade shots, do quite a bit of damage to each other, and this is, again, I think that they were trying to get up here a little further, but because the Nakaoka got there so quickly, the Choshu have been stalled, and now, instead of it being an uphill battle towards them, instead it is a all along the hill type of battle. However, the Choshu are using that to their advantage. They're bringing the sharpshooters in position here. They are bringing the cavalry down, and it looks like they may get a flank unless the Nakaoka use the Katana Kachi to catch that cavalry in the flank itself. Well, just seeing the cavalry coming has caused them to retreat, and so the cavalry is now going to pull back, and the Nakaoka created a second line, which then scared the cavalry away. Oh, but the Nakaoka are going to come in anyway with some of their musket men. Rifled musket. And that's kind of a bad move there. They're not hand-to-hand troops. There's no reason to do that, and they're marching slowly into the claw of the Choshu. That is just a sacrificed unit. It's probably a choice that the player made. Moved him forward, and as he did, he went somewhere else and forgot these guys were doing this. I've done this myself. It's a sad sight. You just see the men marching up to their doom. However, actually, this is kind of a clever thing. They got under the lip of this hill, so they can't be seen, so they may actually make it up to this other side and be in the face. And here come some others marching up there. It looks like they're going to try to do an attack all along the front, but they are just not moving fast enough. I don't know that that's going to be particularly effective. Yeah, and in fact, you can see their morale is wavering. And they're gone. Here come some others. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Maybe that first one was to distract the enemy. At least in the trees, they're a little camouflaged. They are green, but it isn't doing too much good. They are just getting smacked as they march up that way. That is a sad sight to see, and quite futile. But it does look like the Nakaoka do have some units firing from behind, trying to give cover fire as the charge comes in. Very slowly. Okay, oh, we'll just shoot in your face here. There we go, just marched up here to shoot right in your face. Meanwhile, the Red Bear Infantry seems to be not sure what they want to do. Oh, they want to move out of there. They don't want to get charged, but they're going to get charged anyway. They're going to very slow charge. There they go. They finally pull out their samurai swords, and they're going to go at it. Oh, and they, wow, that very slow charge worked. They are actually pushing the Choshu away, but behind the Choshu, they do have their Shogutai. And another unit that's back here, the White Bear Infantry, which is in position to fire on their flank. So this might not be good for the Nakaoka pretty soon. If the Choshu player can start paying attention to what's going on here, it doesn't look like he knows what's going on. He's probably distracted somewhere else. Is something else going on elsewhere? Yeah, he's probably maneuvering his units. Look at this. He's maneuvering his units all over the place. He's got a little fight going on over here where the sharpshooters have been attacked by some Katana Kachi, so those sharpshooters are going to get kind of wiped out. So that's probably where his concentration is. And this unit was destroyed anyway, or was pushed away anyway by this White Bear Infantry that is firing on their flank, so they didn't really need it. And it looks like the Nakaoka attack on this flank is falling apart. They do have a little bit of infantry. How's it going over here? Yeah, it looks like their Katana Kachi did manage to destroy one unit, and they're coming in at the rest of the sharpshooters. But they're getting shot down by those sharpshooters, so it's hard for them to even make it to them. Oh! And here they come. This is one of those times. Oh, and more Katana Kachi, and while the first unit is keeping the sharpshooters from being able to fire, defensive fire. Oh, and now we have some big guns coming in here, so this might just save the sharpshooters. Or they might just get hit in friendly fire. Well, meanwhile, the cavalry's coming in here. Oh, to hit the general's bodyguard. The Choshu might lose their bodyguard here. Oh, something was firing in here. That looked like cavalry, but I don't see it. And then the Choshu bring in their Katana Kachi. And they're finally moving forward their Shogutai to go into hand-to-hand with with these attacks that have been going in. However, these have been, just Shogunite infantry, so they're not as good at hand-to-hand, but they're pretty good, but not good enough. Look at them going. And Choshu had these big, thick lines. Look, they're gone now. They're somewhere out here. Although the Nakaoka have created their lines now, and so they're going to try to defend their position, but it has become a little bit more of the Choshu being where they want to be. I think both sides have really used up a lot of their rifled units, and so now they're fighting with what they can, and yeah, they're holding the top of that hill with the cavalry. And so, oh, and with that artillery firing down on them, Choshu must have spent a lot of time dragging that artillery all the way up, that heavy artillery all the way up to the top of the hill. But it is now paying off because they are able to support these Katanikachi charges down the hill. And because they spent the time moving up that hill, that pays off now because now they are able to just simply run downhill. And as they do, steamroll down into them. But man, look at this heavy fire coming from this Shogunate infantry in here. They may not be able to get that Katanikachi down there in time. And they do. They manage to get down there. Let's see this fight going on. Oh, he's that guy on the bottom do a roll? That was nice. Let's see how he does here. He's now in the middle. He might be regretting the roll because... Oh! Rolled into the middle of all of them, and he's taking one after another. Oh, and he finally takes it in the gut just as they retreat. If he had survived just a couple seconds longer, he would have survived the battle. Now both sides retreat from each other. That's a scary sight. Well, you know, it's funny though. The Nakaoka still have more. It's like they just keep on coming. The Choshu seem to have finite, whereas the Nakaoka seem to have infinite. And now they're going to just run up that hill. The Choshu look like they're trying to regroup, and they're going to send one unit down here to slow them down. While they're slowing them down, let's look at what everyone else is doing. Looks like they're going back up to the top of this hill. You got the oh, the Shogutai. Okay, you got some of the more elite units, and oh man, it looks like these guys are really outnumbered, and the Nakaoka are going to just come in there and envelop them. Looks like the Choshu have chosen to have that one unit to sacrifice itself, while it sends the rest of them up here to regroup. It looks like they're going to send the Katanikachi to get back here behind the White Bear infantry, have the White Bear infantry hold them as they come up. That might be a good strategy. Ooh, and that artillery. Oh, that artillery is doing some damage. They have managed to defeat the Katanikachi, causing them to retreat, but in so doing they've lost a lot of numbers, and that's given the time for the artillery to really start doing some heavy damage on them. Now you can see they're starting to move up that hill, and already getting fired on. That is a long-range shot, but they're managing to get that shot in. Now it's going to be just a long uphill charge of the Nakaoka. Can the Nakaoka get to the top of that hill? Well, it looks like they're going to get to the artillery at least. Oh, and that's it for the artillery there. If they can follow it up with enough troops, they might actually get to the top of this hill. It seems like an impossible task, but it could happen. The Choshu are counterattacking with their, not Armstrong gun, with their Katanikachi. Supported by that Red Bear infantry, and now they're going to bring in some of their cavalry. I think this is the bodyguard. Yeah, General's bodyguard is going to finish them off. Now that Katanikachi is going to counterattack by charging downhill yet again at that seemingly infinite number of Nakaoka. Okay, so now it becomes the other side's charge. It seems to be charged from one side, the charge from another. Now this is a smarter idea. The Choshu seem to be charging down through the trees, so there's less of a time they can hit them through the woods, but now they're going to retreat again, and getting hit as they go. That's not a very good thing. Not wearing a lot of armor either. I think this is just the guys who are too tough to wear armor. Shogutai. Oh, they're going to regroup. They're going to come back up to the top of this hill and make the Nakaoka come to them. Although they're not going to have artillery this time, so it's not going to be quite as effective. Let's watch it from this point of view this time. Oop. Oh, you can see down there, Choshu sent their cavalry down. It looks like they silenced the Nakaoka guns there. They weren't having a huge amount of effect anyway. They were shooting so far uphill. But it was a target to take out, and that cavalry can go back home with honor. I kind of wondered what happened to their cavalry, because they seem to be having to do a lot with their bodyguard. And it looks like the Nakaoka infantry is finally down, whittled down to just this one unit that's left. Oh, and here comes another unit of cavalry. I kind of had wondered what happened to them there. This is going to keep the Nakaoka from going very far, because now they're going to have this cavalry in their flank. Oh, there's one guy running back. Oh, get back in line. Hold on, guys. There we go. Oh, go forward, all right. All right, now they're going to just kind of stare at them for a little bit. Kneel. They have whittled down that cavalry a little bit. Oh, they were waiting. Okay, here comes this other cavalry. So now the Choshu have two things of cavalry. That's a good chess move. Essentially, you keep one there while the other one gets itself into position, and then between the two knights, they can just basically put them in a position where it's stalemate no matter what they do. And look at this. Okay, so the Nakaoka are now wavering. It's the last unit, and once they go, this game will be over. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Oh, and here come their Katana Kachi. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch our mini videos. Happy gaming, everybody.